Picture this. You walk into a room where two people were just arguing. They aren't yelling anymore. In fact, it's completely silent. But the second you step through the doorway, your stomach instantly ties itself into a knot. You can literally feel the tension, hanging in the air like a heavy blanket. Or tell me if this sounds familiar. Your coworker is having a massive, panicky meltdown about a deadline, and suddenly your heart is racing and your palms are sweating, even though your own work is completely done. If you constantly absorb the stress of the people around you, society has probably labeled you as too sensitive, fragile, or told you that you just need to grow a thicker skin. But I am here to tell you that you are not weak, you are not broken, and you are definitely not the problem. In reality, your brain is just acting like an emotional Wi-Fi router, and you're operating at an absolute genius level of empathy. Welcome back to Everyday Psyche, the channel where we decode the hidden psychological logic behind the things you do every single day. Today, we are breaking down the psychology of the emotional sponge, and why absorbing everyone else's stress is actually a sign of elite social intelligence. To understand why you do this, we have to look at what is actually happening in your brain. Most people's brains have a built-in spam filter for other people's emotions. They see someone stressed, and their brain just deletes the input. But your brain comes equipped with mirror neurons on absolute steroids. When you see someone who is anxious or upset, you don't just observe their emotion, you literally download it. Your nervous system picks up on their shallow breathing, their rigid posture, and their subtle micro-expressions, and it mirrors them so perfectly that your body actually starts producing the exact same stress response. You aren't just imagining their anxiety, your body is physically experiencing it, like some kind of emotional sponge nobody asked to be. On top of that, in the widely accepted Big Five model of personality, you likely score incredibly high on a dimension called agreeableness. This means your brain is structurally wired with a natural pro-social orientation toward others. You are biologically predisposed to be sympathetic, warm, and deeply attuned to what others are going through. Let's break this down a bit further, because this usually plays out in your daily life in two very distinct ways. First, you have the empathy sponge. If you're a sponge, you walk into a stressful environment and you just quietly absorb the emotional chaos. You don't necessarily say anything, but your own emotional battery drains to absolute zero because your nervous system is working in overdrive, trying to process everyone else's emotional data while you are just trying to remember to breathe. Then you have the active fixer. The active fixer walks into a tense room, absorbs the heavy stress, and immediately goes into overdrive trying to manage everyone's emotions. You start cracking jokes, offering solutions, or smoothing over the conflict. You're essentially using your own mental energy to regulate the emotional temperature of the entire room, so that your nervous system can finally feel safe and relaxed again. Society loves to tell us that carrying other people's emotional baggage is a massive flaw. We are constantly told to detach and stop caring so much. But let's completely reframe how you see your sensitivity right now. Being an emotional sponge isn't a weakness. It's a profound gift that most people would completely break under. It makes you one of the most emotionally intelligent people in any room you walk into. You understand subtext, you read between the lines, and you sense exactly what people need before they ever have to say it out loud. Your ability to absorb stress means you possess an elite capacity for human connection and a deep biological drive for altruism. You aren't fragile. Your brain is just processing the world at a much deeper, more complex level than the people around you. You just have to remind yourself that it's completely okay to put that heavy emotional baggage down when you finally leave the room. So, which one are you? Are you the empathy sponge who quietly absorbs all the tension, or the active fixer trying to frantically heal the whole room? Drop your answer in the comments below. I absolutely love reading through them. If this video made you feel a little less weird and a whole lot more understood, please hit that subscribe button right now. And if you want to keep exploring how your brilliantly wired mind works, click the video on the screen to find out why you absolutely hate crowded places. I'll see you over there.